Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Well, I've just had a call from my colleague at the garage to say that we've just been offered a Range Rover Sport in part exchange. It's done 188,000 miles and he wanted £1,000 for it. Would we be interested? So, I did try and play it cool. I tried to look not that interested, but in reality, I was a bit like a dog on heat. I had my tongue out and everything. So I think I said yes, but what I might have said in reality was yes, 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 yes. I haven't actually seen it yet, but I thought I'd bring you guys along because this does promise to be quite entertaining. And I say that because it's been described as having numerous issues. Shock. The biggest issue being a misfire or a certain lumpiness under load, which does worry me slightly. The old 2.7 litre TDV6 isn't known for its bulletproof reliability, is it? Now that could be EGR valve, or it could be turbo, it could be injectors, or it could be all three. So as excited as I am about this, and I am, let's not make any bones about it, I just don't want to end up like Viv Nicholson. Spend, spend, spend. Anyway, let's see what £1,000 buys you in the world of Range Rover Sports. Genuinely can't wait. Right, I'll see you there. Okay, I've got a bit of an update for you guys. I've just been to the garage to pick up the car, and it wasn't there. Now I feel a bit sick and full of regret. I've got the car key, but the car is in a car park, ironically, quite close to my mechanics. It didn't, how can I put this? It didn't make it to the garage. What an idiot. Idiot. Get so annoyed with myself sometimes for just getting carried away. Yeah, I'll buy that. Yeah, I'll buy that. Idiot. Moron. So we're going to change a venue today. How exciting. We're no longer on my office car park. We're now on this little car park down here. I'll see you there. Right, well, we're here. I'm annoyed now because that looks really good. I hope this is a simple fix. It's a 2009, which means it's the facelift model, the last before they changed it to that completely different facelift, which I now realise, having said that, isn't the most clear of descriptions. It's in Stornoway Grey, the best colour in my opinion. There's no privacy glass. It's an HSE spec. It's got the softer leather interior, I can see. Tow bar, don't really like tow bars, but that looks really nice. How annoying. How annoying. Bodywork's quite tidy. Let's see if we can learn some more about it then. So as always, I'm going to do a quick vehicle history check using Car Vertical. It's really easy to use. All you do is go to carvertical.com, type in the vehicle reg or the VIN. Now in this case we know it's Alpha Kilo 09, so it's an Anglia car originally. Papa Mike Uniform, check vehicle. If you want to do one of these checks for yourself, and I urge you to do so by the way before you hand over any cash for a used car or motorbike, then use my promo code HIGHPEAK and you'll save yourself 10% off each and every check that you do. This is currently checking dozens of countries' databases and it'll tell us whether it's ever been stolen, written off, had a mileage rollback or has outstanding finance on it. But crucially, with something like this, it'll tell us a bit more about the car's history. It'll tell us when it changed owners, it'll tell us the MOT history. If it's been involved in an accident, it'll show sometimes photographs of the damage. Right, and it's ready, so, view report. That is a 2009 diesel. It's never been clocked, there's no outstanding finance, and there's no recorded damage. That's good then. What else do we know about it? It had done 182,000 miles in September last year. 182. Barely broken in. It's a 2.7, the old bulletproof Lion engine. TDV6, 2009. Okay, right. So it's had inspections. It's had a couple of plate changes, ownership change, another plate change. What about advisories? Advisory items. In August last year, it failed on near side front brake hose, offside front steering column UJ, has excessive wear, near side suspension arm, front suspension arm. Oh, someone spent some money on this, you know. Oil leak but not excessive from the gearbox. Ugh, what a crock. What a crock. Right, I now know a little bit more about the car, so I think better go and have a look, hadn't we? Let me park up somewhere first. Okay then, let's put ourselves out of our misery. Well, it looks very tidy straight away. So yeah, this mild facelift that it had in 08, I think, slightly tweaked the rear lights and various other little pieces, but nothing major. just looked a bit fresher. A couple of little scuffs down here, but I could touch those in. That's the least of my worries, I think. No privacy, which is always a nice sign. The remote locking works. Oh, we've got a boot load liner, that's always a good sign. And another one. Look at this. Genuine as well. You know what, I could break this for parts for more, I bet. I know the parcel shelf's worth 100 quid. Let's not be all defeatist just yet. It might just be a EGR or something. What tyres have we got? Brake discs look a bit grim, don't they? We've got a Desert Storm, a Delinte. They're not a bad brand actually, and it's on about 5mm of tread. That's pretty good. Corrosion on the rear arches, covered in plastic, but I imagine there is some under there. Lots of dog hairs, but nice chunky rubber mats. See what I mean about this softer leather? They did a more basic leather, which was perforated, which often kind of cracked, but this was softer, this was more expensive. Got rear heated seats. It's a nice clean car, this. Broken speaker cover there. Up front we've got a Pirelli, which is very muddy, and a fairly new brake disc by the looks of it. Paintwork looks original, looks all good. I still think they look cool. And on this side we've got another Pirelli Scorpion. Right, how about this wheel arch? Oh, we've got odd tyres then, because this isn't a Delinte, this is another Pirelli Scorpion. So we've got 3 Pirellis and 1 Delinte Desert Storm. Right. Let's have a look up front then, shall we? We've got electric memory seats there, with lumbar support. Harman Kardon surround sound. Everything you'd expect from an HSE. I've got a very squeaky seat. Right, service history then. Let me just put you here for a second so you can't see anybody's name or address. It's a ridiculous rule in my opinion, but one which I must adhere. 7 owners. Yeah, prop shaft bearing has slight play. Yeah, okay. Lovely. So it does have an MOT until September. We've got a bill here to replace the heated seat element, and a new key, and a new tyre. 450 quid. Carry out check over, and some oil. Balance front wheels. Supply and fit low pressure fuel pump. Someone's had some issues with this, haven't they? That was done at 163. 500 quid. Supply and fit fuel pressure sensor. This stinks of somebody trying to seat's far back, isn't it? This stinks of somebody trying to diagnose an issue and not having much success. Supply and fit gas struts. Oh wow, somebody's massively overspent here, and it's not me for a change. Carry out full service and fit all parts as listed. Battery, £200. Cabin filter, oil filter, fuel filter, air filter, oil flush, fuel flush. Brake discs, wear indicator, brake pads, nuts, bolts, washers, wheel nuts, suspension arm. Wow. That bill was £960. £960, and that was 2019. Brake pads, carry out another full service at 147. I wonder if it's had its cam belt done. There's loads of history here. New spare wheel carrier. Don't know why you'd want a new one, to be honest, unless the old one broke. Another service. Right, someone spent an awful lot of money on this car. And how's it repaid them? By breaking down and letting them down. Just what cars do, isn't it, unfortunately? They lead you into a false sense of security and then leave you stranded. My dad had one of these for years, 2007. MH07 EOR. How's that for nerdiness? Have we got a service book as well? I couldn't live with this seat. Service book, right. voila, let's have a look. Premier Garage Services in Hazel Grove, that was done at 182. Ah, right, look at this. So originally it was an Anglia car, Kings Lynn, Norfolk, as I knew. Then it's gone to Battersea, a very posh area of London, or some parts are actually. I know that dealer in particular, I've been there. So 2 services at Lucas Battersea, that was at 50. Then we've got all the receipts in between, and then the most recent one was there at 182. And we have done, ready for this? 184. Right. Well, my engine lights hasn't been taped over, which is a good sign. We're very low on fuel though. What about radio stations? What's I've been listening to? Radio 2. Bit of Wham. Is it touch? I think it's touchscreen, isn't it, this? The screen's cracked, actually. Anyway, got a fridge under there. So you can keep fed while you're waiting for a breakdown truck. It's in really good condition, this, for 182. It's annoying. Should we fire up? If it will, of course. Turn my fan off. I don't want to drain the battery anymore, do we? Put my glow plug on twice because it's frosty. Oh no, that doesn't sound good at all, does it? Oh, what a turd. You think that's an immobiliser issue? We'll lock it, unlock it. Right, let's try again. Might have just been a anti-theft thing. Oh no, it wasn't. Oh, we've got life. Not much of it, to be honest, but we do have a little bit of life. This is very lumpy. I know you can't see this, but I currently can't see behind me now. We've got a James Bond style smoke screen. Well, she fired up. I'd look under the bonnet, but it doesn't really matter, does it, at this point? I think we just need to run it down to my mechanics, see what they think. I wonder why they only made it here then. Doesn't really make sense, does it, that? I do like these. The driving position's really good. You kind of cocooned. Have we got drive? We do. What's the big fuss then? And we're away. So far, so good. It's a squeaky old thing, I must admit. Yeah, this is quite unpleasant, really. And I've just realised with my foot to the board, I mean, to the point where the balls of my feet really hurt, that is it. Oh, might be a turbo this, you know. Could it be turbo? Turbo or EGR, I'm thinking. Where should we go? Take it off-roading, shall we? Off-piste. Oh look, someone's fly-tipped. Lovely. Brakes work. Yeah, that's my foot to the board. That's not right, is it? I'm not a mechanic. I don't think that's right. It's been years since I've driven a 2.7 litre Sport, and they were never very quick, but I'm pretty sure they were quicker than this. That's my foot to the floor, 3,000 RPM, all of a sudden you get... Realised there was a hump in the road there and I was going a little bit too quickly. How much fuel's in it? 29 miles. Should go and put some V-Power in it and see if that cures all its faults. I don't know if I dare take this on the road, it's not very quick, is it? I don't want to pull out here and then have something hurtling down behind me that I can't get out of its way. Why would it be, maybe you could tell me this in the comments, why would it be that there's no power at all? It could be turbo actuator, couldn't it? Just answered my own question there. No power at all up to 3,000 RPM and then all of a sudden you get a big push. I'll tell you what, am I a man or a mouse? Let's take it on the road. What fresh hell's that? I will have to wait now for a tumbleweed to roll past. This doesn't currently deserve the sport badge on the back. No, you go. Don't let me out, please. We good? Are we good? Are we good? Oh no, no. This is what I mean. It's dangerous. It's like driving an old automatic Discovery 2 or a P38 diesel auto. It's as gutless as that. You think it's broken, but in this case, I think it is broken. I'm not sure now. My colleague did tell me where the previous owner came from. I think it was the other side of the Pennines. It must have taken him about a week and a half. He must have set off before Christmas. Yeah, this isn't right at all. Oh well. I mean, it's quite solid, apart from the squeaks on my seat, which are very annoying. The actual car suspension setup's quite solid. I daren't slow down because I can't speed back up again. What are you doing? Do you know what day it is? Nope. Okay, good. Oh, see, come to a standstill now on a main road. As it's warming up, you know, this is getting slightly better. I mean, I know it's broken in possibly a serious way, but it is a lot of car for the money, isn't it? Sure, I could break it for more. The trouble is, and I know you know this already without me telling you, everything's expensive with this car. Just because it's cheap and high mileage now doesn't mean that the labour rate is going to be any cheaper, or the parts. If it needs an EGR valve, you're talking £700 or £800. If it needs a turbo, this is still the single turbo model, not the twin turbo, so it isn't body off. On the later ones, it's just quicker to take the body off the rest of it, don't ask. But with this, I think it's still a fairly accessible job from under bonnet. We're going downhill now, we're all good. We're all good. I mean, the gearbox is working, changing down and everything, it's all alright, this. If you like going everywhere at 16 miles an hour, this is the car for you. If you really like squeaks, this is the car for you as well. Oh, gap in the traffic. Come on, there we go. And we're off. 4,000 RPM. And I can't see the Windsor Castle pub behind me. A cloud of smoke. Right, I'm going to go and drop this off with my mechanic and see if they can figure out what's wrong with it. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, to be honest. It's like that old phrase, isn't it? Act in haste, repent at leisure. Well, I am repenting. Right, I'm going to drop this off at my mechanic, see what's wrong with it, and I will have an update for you shortly. I mean, I'm just thinking out loud here, but if I were to spend £1,000 on this, so it owes me £2, what's it worth, 3.5? There would be a bit of profit in it, wouldn't there? I don't know who's going to want to buy a 182,000 mile, 184,000 mile Range Rover Sport. There aren't many cranks out there. Everything squeaks. Right, I shall see you later on. Let's try turning it off and back on again, see if that fixes it. No. Okay, I'm out of ideas. Right guys, I've got an update for you regarding this Range Rover Sport that I paid £1,000 for. In fact, I don't have an update for you just yet, but I will have shortly. I'm heading down to my mechanics now to find out what's wrong with it. I've just had a call from them to say, it's the Grim Reaper here, Matt. Could you come and have a word with me about this Range Rover Sport? So I'm not exactly brimming with optimism or confidence. I just know it's going to be bad news. Since we last spoke, I've been doing some research and I've been on various forums. And the thing I've learned is, don't visit forums. That's what I have learned. Honestly, you wouldn't buy anything ever again if you went to forums before you purchased something. They're all, bar none, filled with worriers, negativity, and know-it-alls. They're not nice places, to be honest. Anyway, the various things that I read on these forums before I gave up, before I got all slitty-wristy, pointed to EGR valves, turbo, injectors, DPF. What was the other thing it could be? I think that was it. None of it sounds particularly cheap or easy to do. Anyway, we're not far away now, so I'll have an update for you shortly. Wish me luck. Right then guys, so my mechanic pretty much has confirmed what I thought. They've plugged it in and it's coming up with an EGR valve fault. Now on this particular model of Sport, it has two of those and they're about £600 each. So we're talking, it's about a full day's work as well. So we're talking £600 each for those, 1,200 quid, but they can't rule out the fact that it could possibly be the turbocharger as well. I knew it was too good to be true. You can't buy Range Rover Sport in working order for £1,000. I was just hoping it was going to be like a £1,000 job, in which case I could have done it. But if it's going to be £1,200 plus, and there's no guarantee that that cures it, I just don't know what to do next. At this point, you're probably thinking, hang on a minute, am I on the High Peak Autos channel here? I usually go into the High Peak Autos channel and there's some grinning idiot waffling on about how much money he's spent. Well, this is a new year and a new me. I'm not sure if I like Sensible Matt. Sensible Matt's a bit of a bore. My accountant might like Sensible Matt, but I'm not sure I do. It's not as much fun, is it? So what am I going to do with this then, guys? What would you do? The seat is getting right on my nerves. Do I fix it? Do I hold them or fold them? Let me know below. The trouble is, and by the way, I'm on a private road, so don't whinge about my seatbelt. The trouble is, if I spend £1,500 on this, so it owes me £2.5, and it works, you know, fingers crossed, touch wood, then I've still got to service the gearbox, a couple of tyres, bit of bodywork, cam belt, and then who's going to buy it? Who's going to want to buy a 184,000 mile Range Rover for £4 or £5? I'm sure you could get better. So what do? I don't know where I'm going now. I'm literally just driving around in circles. I suppose what I'm trying to say is, what do I do with this? What would you do? Don't like to end videos on a bit of a cliffhanger like this, but I'm not sure what to do. So I suppose it's about that time, isn't it? Thank you once again for watching. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done already. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. I'll leave the link below. And yeah, cheers guys. And do let me know what you do below in the comments. I'm intrigued and I do need some, you all know this anyway, I need some help. Cheers guys. Could just take it off-roading, couldn't we, and try and break it like I did with my Jeep. Although I honestly don't think this has got the, I was going to say balls, that's not a swear word, is it? I don't think this has got the balls to get me around that track. My Cherokee, as you can see there, was actually quite a pokey little thing, and this, as I'll attempt right now, if I put my foot all the way to the floor on the accelerator pedal, watch this. Nothing. Wouldn't get me up some of those ramps. Anyway, that's that. See you next time.